Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Jack or Zurfer for those of you that know me. For those of you that maybe don't, this is my very first video on my channel. I am a CSGO caster, and well, the classic CSGO caster first video, it has to be the Pickems, right? So we're going to be just looking through the challenger stage for the Rio Major, and we'll be hoping to get that diamond coin, to be honest. Ran through the RMR, did a few pick'ems, did a few pick'em challenges, and actually did quite well. So, I decided, you know what, I'll bite the bullet, I'll make my first video, and yeah, today I'm just going to talk you through my pick'ems and why I think that these teams definitely do have a chance. Starting things off, we're going to jump into it, and we're going to be a glass half empty kind of person. We're going to look in that 0-3, and for me, it's between two teams, but for a lot of people it's probably between two teams, but for me there's only one, and that sadly is Greyhound. I think they are the weakest team in this whole event. I don't think the draw suits them at all, no matter what way it goes. Best of ones, I don't think they stand a chance. Best of threes, definitely not. Yeah, I'm going to go with Greyhound for that one. It really depends who they do get in that 0-2 matchup. It's kind of between themselves and IHC, but I really do think IHC might better them, especially in a best of 3 format, if it does come down to that. And now for the 3-0, you could go for the risky one and go, all right, I'm going to go for Vitality, I'm going to go for Cloud9, but, I do expect those guys to go trio. I'm going to be putting them down, of course, in the bottom row. That's how you want to play your pick'ems. You want to play them safe. They're worth the same amount when you get them right, so you might as well just make sure that you do make it to the legend stage. You don't want to end up with that gold coin. Trust me when I say that. I'm going to go for Gamer Legion here in this 3-0. Looking through the matchups, the predicted kind of outcome, how I think the results are going to go. I think Gamer Legion have quite a favourable draw in that, should the results go the way that I'm thinking. Gamer Legion should be able to go 2-0, and then they might have a difficult game against Cloud9, or they might have another game, I believe, against EG, the way that EG's works out. So I'm looking at that. I think Gamer Legion, really have a big opportunity here. And yeah, they're kind of a little bit of a dark horse. Probably will get that horribly wrong, but who knows. And then we look to the bottom row. These are the ones, the 100% that I am, confident in. And starting it off, has to be Vitality. Really good at Pro League. Disappointing Blast, but they should breeze through these. They're a head and shoulders above the rest, and I would put Cloud9 in that bracket as well. I think these guys are going to breeze through it. They could go 3-0. I wouldn't be surprised, but we're playing it safe. We're putting them down. I'm locking them in. They're two guaranteed pick'ems for everybody. Now, we look forward to the next few teams, and outsiders I definitely think are going to have to be considered. I think they look quite well. James been calling very good recently, and they're just a horrible team to play against. They really are. They're not a nice team at all. They will definitely, in a best of one, bring you to the depths. They'll bring you into the OTs. They're literally known for forcing it to overtimes or winning, playing out the maximum rounds. That's what they are known for. And yeah, I think they can do that against anybody that they come up against. So I think this challenger stage should be no issue for them, and they should hopefully make it into the legend stage. After that, then it gets a little bit interesting. I have to put a Brazilian team in there. It's a real major. I think it's rude not to. Furia, always close to my heart. Great team, absolutely love art style of calling. Maybe they've kind of slowed down a little bit. People have kind of figured out, we know how to play against a guy like Art. We know how he likes to call. Maybe, just maybe, but I'm factoring in that Rio crowd. That's going to give the Brazilian teams a massive boost. Just thinking about UFC, which they used to have a lot of those events in Brazil, and that crowd was absolutely chaotic. Having a few chats with a few of the other casters, and we are all expecting this major to be the craziest that we've ever seen, crowd wise. So I think that's going to spur a lot of the Brazilian teams on, and that's why we have to kind of consider them for the pick'ems. But Furia especially, I would have had them in anyway, but because there's a Brazilian crowd, 100% they're going in next. My fifth one down in that bottom row, I'm going to throw a Fnatic in there. Reason being, Mezzy UK, I really have high hopes. Of course, I do also like the pickups of Roy and Nikodos. Our Copenhagen Flames got to cast them a lot of times, got to interview Roy as well. You know, I have a slight bit of favoritism toward them, but to be honest, I think they're a good all round team. Especially when it kind of gets into the BO3 stage. You know, they are quite a strong unit, and I think that's going to stand for them. I think the draw kind of favors them as well. They will lose their first game, however. They are playing Cloud9, but not to worry, because I think I fancy them to go maybe 3-1, 3-2. So I wouldn't be too worried if you see them losing that first game. That is to be expected, but don't be surprised either if they manage to beat Cloud9. Then we've got 2 left. How do we only have 2 left already? This is tough. This is tough. Just gonna go through them in my thought process. I like the way OG are playing at the minute. Dexter, you know, I really like him as an opera. I think he's one of the best pickups that OG could have made. You know, him coming in from Spirit, they placed top 4 at the last major. You know, he's gonna definitely give a lot of confidence to the OG boys. I think Neofrag and Fiku can definitely perform as well. So OG are definitely one that I am considering. EG, I like Nealon's calling. A lot of people aren't really giving EG an awful chance. I think they definitely have an opportunity to maybe punish a few teams and do a little bit of damage. But am I fully convinced on NACS, you know, doing very well bar Liquid? No, that's quite plain and simple. No, I don't have very much faith in NA at all. Big are a coin flip for me. They're so up and down that I really don't know if I can justify putting them in here, especially with the other teams that are knocking about. Bad News Eagles, major performers. We all know that the last 2 majors have proved it. They always seem to get something going, and well, looking at it, yeah, I think maybe they've got an opportunity to do something, but I think there's just better teams on offer that are probably safer bets. Mez NXT probably being one of them. Or Mez NXT, excuse me, I have WePlay on my mind. Mez Sports in general. They're quite a young team, so nerves is definitely something that you should be considering, but they haven't really shown too much of that. Torzy, of course, a great opera. They can probably lean on him a little bit. Am I fully convinced on Dexter's calling? Or excuse me, on Dexter's calling? No, that's the only issue for me as well with that mouse side. But you never know, the young guns could have a really big performance in a lot of important games and maybe just pull them through. 9Z, I didn't have them going through the Oramore area. I didn't have them qualifying at all, so I'm not putting them anywhere near. 0-0 Nation, yeah, they're in the same boat as well. I had them going through the Oramore, but I don't think the Brazilian crowd is going to help them very much, even though they are Brazilian. I really don't think they have a chance at all. The Imperial, looking at them, IHC, of course, no way they make it to the next stage. And then Imperial, yes, I think they're there to, you know, take part in the major. Do I think they're getting to the Legend stage? No. Definitely not. They might ruin somebody's major if they get into that 2-2 bracket, but it's getting into that 2-2 that I'm worried about. If they get into a 2-2 game, I'd 100% fancy them to go 3-2, but other than that, no, I don't see them actually getting there, so I'm going to stay away from them. And with that being said, I'm going to make my decision. OG, I really fancy Dexter to go back into the Legend stage once again. Semi-final this time, probably not. I think they might go out as soon as they go into that Legend stage, but still pretty decent. And then our final one, I'm going to have to go for Mez here. Yeah, I'm going to have to back the Young Guns, and that is basically where my head's at for this one. I could have changed it up. EG definitely are in with a shout. I know a lot of Bad News Eagles fans are not going to be happy about that. A lot of casters are Bad News Eagles fans as well, so you know I'm going to have to answer to them. I'm not surprised if EG Big and Bad News Eagles do manage to go through, but 100% I think those have to be my picks. And to be honest, I think with that, we're done here. Yeah, we're going to wrap up the very first video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see another one of these. I probably will do one anywhere for the Legend stage, and let you guys know about, you know, my progress. Hopefully this will keep us in the game. We just need to have the fingers crossed and get into that Legend stage. Just get the 5 right and then hope for the best. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like. Subscribe would also help me out massively. And well, we'll see you on another video. Thanks very much.